Hi, everyone. I'm Mia Dickerson, and I'm so grateful you're here. We've officially launched the Enough Adoption Foundation, and it means more to me than I can express. Enough was born out of lived experience, legacy, and a deep desire to change the way we talk about adoption and support. Enough was created with one mission: to help adoptees feel empowered in their stories, supported in their well being, and informed about their rights. The word enough represents the belief that adoptees already are whole, already worthy, and already enough. For so many of us touched by adoption, the journey can be beautiful, but also complicated. The truth is, adoption encompasses joy, sorrow, compassion, courage, and sometimes heartache all at once. It can be emotional and sometimes isolating. That's why Enough Adoption Foundation exists: to build community, to encourage adoptees to own their stories and not be defined or limited by it, to expand the demand for adoption competent mental health resources, and to promote change in what adoptees and adoptive families have access to. This video isn't just an announcement, it's an invitation to learn, to connect, and to support adoptees in ways that truly matter. So, let me share why this work is so personal. My family adopted me at 9 weeks old, and shortly after, my mother helped charter a federally funded adoption program that led to permanent placement for more than 300 children. She believed in open and honest and age-appropriate conversations, and therefore I was told at an early age. Over the years, my adoption was often a topic, maybe because of my mom's career in social work, maybe because I felt proud at times to talk about my own experience, and maybe because I looked very different than my brothers. And we were constantly asked questions all the time. Growing up, I had my own questions. Why was I adopted? What ethnicity am I? Why didn't they keep me? Why don't I look like anyone? Why don't we know any of my medical history? Why do I have to wait to get any of those answers? At 19, I received some of my adoption paperwork from my parents. At 29, I had first contact with my birth mother. And a few years later, I made contact with my birth father. Throughout my entire life, I never knew all the answers. It was like a puzzle where pieces were always missing. But then once I found some of the pieces, I had to figure out if I liked the picture that I was seeing. Adoption is heavy, it's complex, and it's a journey that shouldn't be navigated alone. Over the years, I met more adoptees with similar experiences and realized that my pain wasn't rare. This organization is my love letter to the adoptee community. It's my way of turning pain into purpose. It's my promise to see and support adoptees and their families on their journey. So, how are we going to make this happen? Our goals this coming year include hosting virtual discussions, partnering with mental health professionals, and advocating for adoptee access to medical and genetic information. We're going to provide community connection and education by sharing stories and facilitating workshops on topics relating to some of the common issues adoptees face, like identity, belonging, trauma, acceptance, trust. Enough is fostering deeper understanding within the adoption community and beyond, and we're excited to create spaces where adoptees, families, and allies can learn, connect, and thrive together. We're also going to promote wellness and mental health. I've had a couple of therapists in my lifetime, and the ones that truly understand adoption were the most impactful in my healing. We're looking to expand a national registry of adoption competent therapists and create support circles to adopt so adoptees everywhere can have safe spaces for growth and healing. We're looking to improve access to medical records. I was in my late 20s when I discovered I had an autoimmune disorder. Once I made contact with my birth mother, I learned that this disorder was hereditary, and she added a few more things to the watch list. Enough will help inform adoptees and their families about best practices and tracking medical information throughout their life. Because again, you may be getting one piece of the puzzle at a time. Every individual deserves to know their medical story. We plan to partner with state and private adoption placement agencies, insurance and healthcare organizations, and policymakers to promote transparency and equitable access to medical records, ensuring adoptees have the information they need to advocate for their health and their family's future. As an adult, it took me quite a long time to connect with my birth parents. A part of that was fear, and a part of that was the process. There are many types of adoptions, from private, international, domestic, kinship, etc. And each state has varying laws determining what information is collected on the birth parent and what is available. Through adoption search capabilities, Enough is building partnerships to simplify the search and identification process, connecting adoptees with trusted resources, verified data, and compassionate guidance. We believe that identity is a right, not a privilege. We have a lot of work to do. So, if anything I said resonated with you, then join us on the journey. Please visit our website to learn how you can help. Visit us at enoughdoption.org. We would love for you to share your story. If you are an adoptee, a birth parent, or adoptive parent or sibling, please email us at mystory@enoughdoption.org to share your experience. You can also engage with us online. Like, comment, and share our posts to help spread the word. Also, subscribe and stay informed. On our webpage, you can click the sign up button at the bottom, and you'll be added to our mailing list. Don't worry, we won't flood your mailbox. And lastly, please donate to drive the impact. Your contribution will help with outreach programming and tools adoptees need to access stories and resources. To the adoptees, adoptive parents, and birth parents who have already shared their stories with us. To the Enough advisors, to family, friends, and supporters, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for believing in this work. And welcome to the beginning of the Enough Adoption Foundation. We're just getting started.